Hi, church. I want to return today to Colossians chapter 3 and verse 2, which says, "Set your mind on the things above, not on the things that are on earth." And we talked about the idea that setting our mind on the things above means that we have God's priority. It doesn't mean that we don't care about anything around us here on earth, because obviously God cares a great deal about what's going on the earth. He cares a great deal about people. He loved us so much that he sent his son in order to restore people and the earth itself, the creation itself, um, to that place where it can be in fellowship with him. But I think the other thing, aside from having God's priorities, if we are to set our mind on the things above, is that we are to have an eternal perspective. A lot of times we get bogged down in things that really are temporal, and we allow those things to kind of derail us emotionally, derail us spiritually. And while I know that there are many things that we go through here on earth that are difficult, that are tragic, that cause us to be discouraged and even to almost despair, yet when we look at those things through an eternal perspective, when we think about the fact that this life on earth is such a brief time in the span of eternity, um, that helps us to get through the difficult times. Man, I think the reality is that most of what derails us isn't the big tragedies. It's the smaller things. It's the petty annoyances. It's the frustration of living with people who don't always meet our expectations or meet our needs. It's those times when you go outside in the morning and your car has a flat tire when you need to get to an appointment, or when your child breaks something that is precious to you, or the kids are fighting and you just can't get them to get along. And we sort of get so bogged down in what's going on in the moment that we lose sight of that eternal perspective. So let's set our mind on things above. Let's make God's priorities our priorities. And let's look at things from an eternal perspective. Let's ask ourselves the question, even, how will this affect me in a month from now? How will this affect me in a year from now? Am I able to step out of the circumstances that I'm in to evaluate the true importance of what I'm going through? And when we're not able to do that ourselves, I would encourage you to talk to somebody else, to be able to work through some of the things in life that are difficult and that threaten um, to discourage and steal our hope and our joy. Talk to somebody else who maybe can give you help in getting that perspective of living in light of eternity. God says that we're to set our mind on things above. And I believe that setting our minds on things above actually makes us better citizens of earth as it prepares us to spend eternity as citizens of heaven.